quand on se sent un peu...
Joe Diomede, TTRP TV, right here in Toulouse, right in front of the Place de Capitale, where there is a Christmas market going on. And in front of the Christmas market, on a busy shopping street, we have Ben Zudist, as he's called, and he is standing for peace here at the Capitol, engaging people in conversation around peace. C'est Joe Diomede, TTRP TV. Je suis debout pour le Paix aujourd'hui avec Ben. Et Ben, il a des idées pour debout pour le Paix parce que maintenant, autour du monde, c'est beaucoup de problèmes avec la guerre, avec des enfants qui sont tués tous les jours. Et il a des idées pour debout pour le Paix. Okay. So, okay, I will ask Ben a question. Hey Ben, how are you?
All right, Joe. Yeah, good.
So, how did you come up with this idea of standing for peace?
Briefly, with what was happening in Gaza and in other places, I just felt so upset and frustrated and kind of helpless that I felt like I really needed to do something, just anything. And I was inspired by a Turkish guy called Erdem Gündüz, who 10 years ago, to protest against the policies of the government of Erdogan, stood in Taksim Square in Istanbul for 12 hours and then went back the next day and the next day and the next day. And slowly more and more people joined him, and it became like a really powerful form of non-violent, silent, immobile protest. So that's what inspired me.
Wow, ok. Oui, en français, pour les gens qui parlent français, que tu expliques la même chose?
Oui, en fait, avec ce qui se passe surtout en Gaza, en Ukraine, Yémen, Soudan, partout, je me sentais si déçu et frustré et en colère d'une façon que pour moi, il fallait faire quelque chose. Donc, j'étais inspiré par Erdem Gündüz, qui est un Turc qui, il y a 10 ans, il s'est mis debout dans la place Taksim à Istanbul pour manifester contre les politiques du gouvernement d'Erdogan. Et donc, je me suis décidé de me mettre debout dans la rue à Toulouse tous les jours pour 1 heure ou 2 pour promouvoir la paix.
Okay, great. And so, have you found it's been working? Well, how have you found the people, you're engaging people, and so you're standing in silence and you're handing out leaflets, and basically how are the people engaging with you?
Generally really well. I mean, some people look at me as if I'm completely crazy, but lots of people take the flyer, which is here, and then read it and then come back and talk, and other people just stop and talk, and some people feel helpless, some people feel optimistic. A lot of people agree that we need to do something, that we can't just allow our leaders to keep reacting in the way that they're doing, which propagates basically war and suffering on a crazy scale. So I have all sorts of interactions.
Yeah, great. Et aussi en français, tu vois les gens et s'engagent avec toi tout le temps et c'est intéressé en le paix et le début pour la paix.
Ouais, j'ai eu beaucoup de belles rencontres. Évidemment, il y a du monde qui me regarde comme je suis complètement fou, mais il y a beaucoup de monde qui prend le flyer, qui s'arrête à discuter, et il y a beaucoup de monde qui n'ont pas d'espoir, mais il y en a qui sont d'accord qu'il faut faire quelque chose, et c'est mieux de faire quelque chose qu'en fait de faire rien, même si c'est quelque chose si naïf de se mettre dans la rue debout pour la paix.
But I mean, yeah, you say that, is it naive, but don't you feel that everyone, obviously you do feel that everyone has that power to make a change, because you're here doing this and all these people that you're touching, don't you believe that is a spark that's going to start a fire, the fire of peace?
Yeah, I mean, I do, in a way. I mean, you know, it's like, I'm realistic as well, but it's like, you know, from every massive, beautiful oak tree grew from a little seed. So you never know what's possible. You know, it's just like, it just feels so much better for me to do this than to do nothing. And every day I'm inspired by seeing what's going on in the news. And it's like, you know, so many people say to me, but we can't do anything. You know, people who stop and talk to me, they're like, yeah, we can't do anything. They've got it sewn up. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I am doing something. Even if it's something that's like kind of, you know, not having a massive impact right now, but at least I'm doing something, you know?
Ouais, ouais, ouais. Et aussi en français, tu as trouvé le puissance personnelle pour l'expérience maintenant?
Ouais, pour moi, c'est juste, comme je t'ai dit, j'ai eu autant de belles rencontres et d'une façon, chaque jour, je m'agalais un peu avec le fait que je fais ça et que parfois, j'ai pas envie de le faire et je me dis, il ne faut pas le faire, c'est inutile. Mais pour moi, c'est un truc long terme. J'ai envie de le faire pour quelques mois pour vraiment voir ce que peut arriver d'une action comme ça.
OK, tu débouts jusque le pays mondial?
Jusque quoi
Debout jusque le pays mondial arrive?
On verra, oui. En fait, j'ai imprimé 1000 flyers et je me suis dit que je vais rester là jusqu'au moment que j'ai donné tous les 1000 flyers. Et après, je vais voir. Parfois, il y a du monde qui me rejoint. Et j'espère qu'il y aura de plus en plus de monde, pas seulement à Toulouse, mais partout dans le monde. Ça, c'est mon espoir très optimiste et peut-être naïf.
Okay, so I asked Ben in French, yeah, will you stand here until world peace arrives? And so your answer in French was?
My answer was, what was my answer? My answer was, well, I don't know. Basically, I printed a 1,000 flyers, and I've said to myself, I'm going to keep doing this until I've given all 1,000 flyers away, and then I'll see what comes out of it. Because sometimes people stand with me. Today you stood with me. Angie stood with me. Various other friends have come and stood with me. Sometimes strangers stand with me for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And, my optimistic and probably kind of naive hope is that people are going to do this more and more all over the world and just like come out in force in this kind of peaceful, silent form of protest, which I think is really powerful, and just demand our leaders to do things differently, and not do everything for profit and power.
Right. Okay, great. Yep. So anyway, that's a really great idea. I mean, I stood with you a couple of days. I think it's very positive. And is there a way people can follow you?
Yeah, on Facebook, Standing for Peace, and on Instagram, Marcus Ben Edney. That's my name. I'm new on Instagram, so I'm still getting to grips with it. And there will be a website which is standingforpeace.fr. I haven't quite made it, but I'm going to make it.
OK, pour le suivre, c'est là-bas. OK, merci Ben, thank you very much.
Je dirais ça en français. Pour me suivre, Facebook, Standing for Peace, c'est la page Facebook. Instagram, Marcus Ben Edney, et il y aura un site web, standingforpeace.fr.
Okay. Joe Diomede, TTRP TV, coming at you from Toulouse, right near the Place Capitale, talking to Ben. Thank you, Ben, and let's all keep that peace in our hearts and spread it to the world.